Hey, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to be here to recognize senior student athletes. Typically we do this event. It's called the Night of Impact, and it's a fairly large event. It's about 150, 200 people are in attendance. We have a meal before. It's a large venue. We induct our Hall of Fame class, and then we honor all of our senior student athletes all at one time. But the venue is not what is important, and what is important is that we take the time to thank these guys as senior student athletes for what they've given to Muskingum University, for the work that they put in, for the effort that they put in, for the fact that they've completed the journey. Right? It's challenging being a student athlete. There's a lot of highs and lows. And your sport especially, I mean, your sport is incredibly taxing. It's an incredibly tough sport, both mentally and physically. And you guys experience this, and we all have as student athletes, but there's days when you feel really good, and there's other days you go, why am I doing this? Right? And so to complete the journey, to be able to say that I went through those highs and lows, and I finished it the right way, I completed it, is a great story to tell. You know, how many times I've because people will find out what I do for a living, and then they'll say, well, I played college athletics. And I'll say, oh yeah, besides where? I'll say, well, how long? And I'll say, well, I played for a year. Or I played for 2 years. And I always think, I don't know if I'd even tell me that I was a college athlete if I had to say the story that, hey, I quit. That doesn't sound like a fantastic story to tell. But you guys can tell the story that I was a collegiate student athlete, which very few people have the opportunity to do. But not only that, but I finished it, and I finished it the right way. That's a story that you can tell for the rest of your life, and you can feel really proud, really proud. And so we need to honor that, and that's why we're here today, is to honor that story, to recognize them for that, and to tell them how much we appreciate the fact that they did it. And so it's important that we're here. It's important that we're here. So I want to thank you guys from the athletic department, for myself. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you've done. We wish you nothing but the best of luck as you go forward in the future. We want you to always know that you're welcome back to Muskingum. And I would encourage you to stay engaged with Muskingum University. Just because you graduate and you leave and you guys are going to begin your working careers, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to be engaged with the institution. So several people, when they leave here, stay as engaged or more engaged than sometimes they were as students. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be. You guys are always welcome back to campus. You're always welcome back athletically. Please stay engaged with us as a university. You're part of that long, magenta line. But really proud of the fact that you guys endured a really challenging sport. A really challenging sport. And you found the determination and the grit and the tenacity and all those things that go with wrestling to be here now. To sit here now and say, you know what, I did it. This is my story. My story says, I took on the challenge head on. I persisted. I endured. I fought. I competed. And here I sit, and the journey's complete, and I did it the right way. And so that's a credit to you two guys. That's awesome that you did that. It's really awesome. Like I said, it's a fantastic story, and a story you can tell for the rest of your life and feel really good about it.
All right, first we have Michael Kashuba. Michael is originally from Kilbuck, but he went to West Holmes High School. He wrestled 165 for us. He's a business management major, and he hopes one day to own and operate his own business. And next we have Garrett Mitchell. Garrett's a nursing major from Logan Elm High School. He was 3-time academic All-OAC, and Garrett currently has a job lined up after graduation at Riverside Hospital outside of Columbus.